The big thing about insurance, guys, is that it's the most commonly used and it protects against the most claims, but it's also the one that people have the most reliance on, and they shouldn't, because insurance companies are effectively in the business of collecting premiums and denying coverage, and that's just essentially their business model. And in fact, I know because I used to sue insurance companies for doing just that and not paying out claims that they should have paid out. And the only thing you have to look for that is look for the hurricanes, right? Look for any type of big natural disaster that ever comes through. The first thing the insurance companies do across the board is deny coverage, leaving everybody to sue the insurance companies to force them to pay out. Now, this is a business, and that's fine that they're a business and they're a profit-seeking corporation, but what's important to know with that is that they serve a really important function. We want them to be able to be there to pay off the small claims, but we just don't rely on them to protect our net worth when we can take control of that protection ourselves. So don't use insurance as just a blind trust vehicle, to say oh, I can just trust that the insurance companies are going to be there for me. I have client after client who ends up in a situation where they had over reliance on trust, and now they find themselves in extremely expensive litigation because they didn't adequately protect themselves, and they came to me after the fact. And what that leaves me for is very few options. If I am able to help somebody beforehand, and we're able to get with them beforehand, what we're able to do is put them in a situation that even if the insurance company denies coverage, the client still lose little to nothing. And so then the insurance is a mere convenience. It's not really there to serve for actual protection. When somebody comes to me after the fact and there's not any asset protection put in place and there's just insurance, the client is in an impossible position because the insurance company isn't covering the claim, and now they're being sued for hundreds of thousands of dollars or more. And what's at risk is the client's entire net worth if they lose this litigation. So it means that they're in a very vulnerable position, and it's also a very nerve-wracking position. Sometimes for years they can drag on into this very stressful place of living while they're under attack, and the fight or flight response is just always triggered inside of them. And if you know anybody that's been through litigation, ask them about those stories of what that's like. And it's unanimously one of the top 3 worst things that ever happened to them in their lives. It's up there with divorce as being one of the worst things that can happen to you. So all you have to do to avoid all of that, though, is just have asset protection measures put in place in addition to your insurance.